Glenn Alexander Crowther is a senior fellow at the Centre for European Policy Analysis and is joining us live from Washington, D.C. Glenn Alexander Crowther, the Ukrainians are fearing, I think, that the Russians are trying to make life for ordinary citizens totally intolerable. Any sign yet that that is working?
No, it's not working yet, and it's not going to work. The Russians, were taken over by the Mongols in the 1200s. Ivan the Terrible created the Oprichniki in the 1500s, and they've been using terror domestically and in their foreign operations ever since then. And so their whole idea is to just terrorize the Ukrainians into quitting, but it's not going to work.
And on the international stage, last weekend, we heard something about pressure coming on from some diplomats and some world leaders on Ukraine to reach a compromise. Has that all gone away for now, do you think?
Well, the Ukrainians are winning, so there's no reason for them to negotiate. Putin is just going to use negotiation time to rebuild his military. And the Russians have made a very serious error in figuring out what is called the center of gravity. He believes he can make the Ukrainian population break, but they will not break because he has threatened them existentially. He says Ukrainians don't exist. They're really Russians. They just don't know it yet. And so when one is existentially challenged, one does not give.
Now, we know that President Zelensky is going to be appealing directly to the UN Security Council. I think we've got a meeting scheduled within the next hour or so. It's another talking shop. Does anything get done in that forum, do you think?
Typically, the UN Security Council can make things happen, as with Libya in 2011, for instance, or the Korean War, when they established United Nations Command to defend South Korea. Unfortunately, each of the permanent members, the 5 permanent members, have a veto, and if anything that is vetoed doesn't pass, and of course the Russians have a veto, so no, it's not going to do any good to get them to do anything.
Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Glenn Alexander Crowther speaking to us live from Washington, D.C.